So you'll raise your glass, toast to the new year, probably post some pics on your Insta account, but do you really know what is in that glass of bubbly, that glorious glass of bubbly, I should say? How do you pick out the perfect bottle of champagne? Do you know? Don't worry, because I brought in an expert. Please welcome Eric Hobby. Now, you actually call yourself a Master Intoxicologist.
Intoxicologist,
I
yes.
like that. So, and you work over at Apex Social Club. It's a new place inside the Palms, the new renovations they have. Tell me a little bit about it.
So we took over the old Ghost Bar space, and
so good.
Because it's not the size of some of these major clubs out there, we really wanted to make it a little bit more intimate, a little bit more hands-on.
Hence the social club name. I love that. Okay. That is, and it's such a beautiful space. The Ghost Bar used to be my favorite back in the day. I got to check out Apex Social Club and have some champagne. You guys have a beautiful list, and of course with other cocktails and spirits as well. But let's talk champagne, because really the only thing I know is that in order to call it champagne, it has to be from the Champagne region of France. Other than that, I just know I like to drink it.
Sparkling wine,
Yeah, sparkling wine, Prosecco, are they all the same?
So Prosecco is going to be from Italy. It is a little bit different. That's done in the Charmat method, where this is the Champenois method. The Charmat method produces a little bit of bigger bubbles. That's why it's a little bit more sweeter, where the Champenois method creates smaller bubbles, a little bit more dry, a little more brut, as they say.
Champenois. I sound so fancy. All right, so let's talk about first, you said 6 styles of champagne that are typical. Blanc de Blancs. What is that?
Blanc de Blanc is going to be only white grapes. Champagne is traditionally made up by 3 grapes: Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and Pinot Meunier. So 2 red grapes and 1 white grape.
Okay, but Blanc de Blancs, you can have all white grapes if you want. And then Black de Noir, I'm assuming those are all dark grapes.
It's going to be either all Pinot Noir or all Pinot Meunier.
Okay. Is that the sparkling, like reds? I've seen a few of them in my lifetime.
Not necessarily, because the juice in all grapes is all clear.
Okay.
The only way they impart that color is from either letting it sit on the skins or introducing red wine. Like most rosés are made by introducing a little bit of fresh pressed red wine.
And is this a rosé right here?
This is a rosé. This is one
because I feel like this is kind of the it drink right now. So rosé, they add a little bit of red wine to this?
They add a little bit of red wine, so it gives it that nice berry hue, the strawberries, the raspberries. It adds a touch more sweetness than your traditional brut champagne, and it traditionally is
You're teasing me with these empty glasses. So, sir, can we please pour a glass? How do you properly open?
I'm going to show you how to properly open a bottle of champagne. You first take off the foil, always keeping your finger, or trying to keep your finger on the little nest.
No accidents, please.
And you don't want to take it off. You just want to take it off like the first lip of the champagne. And when you open the champagne, you turn the bottle, not the cork, because you really want to hold. You want as much grip on that cork as possible. Now, a lot of people, you want to hear that pop, but when you really open up a bottle of champagne,
you don't want to end up on Instagram for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, you don't really want to hear it at all. So you want to kind of hold it till like the last second.
See, I always turn mine over. Am I not supposed to pour the
No, you can.
Okay.
You can, and that's what a lot of places will do, because see how it bubbles up.
Right. Now you're going to make me wait for the bubbles to go down to have a sip of it. Because I would do it like this. So this is okay.
So you hold it. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, but when I was a server, we had to turn the label towards
the label towards the guest.
So then I would do it like this. Is this okay as well? Okay. And like pour it down, because that way, well, I still got the bubbles. See, I'm rusty on my server skills here. Okay, so this one you said is going to be a little bit sweeter. Rosés in general?
Rosés in general, just a touch sweeter than brut, just because they introduced that red wine. Here's to the new year.
Oh yeah, I just drank without cheersing. Sorry, is that bad luck?
But then you have brut, which takes up the majority of market share.
Okay, and that's 2 and 1? 2 whites and 1 red?
Brut is 2 red, 1 white grape.
2 red, 1 white grape,
and then demi-sec, which tends to be a little bit sweeter, they add a little bit of sugar. Extra dry, which is a little bit misconceiving, because it's a little bit drier, it's a little bit sweeter than brut, but not as sweet as demi-sec.
So demi-sec has the extra sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, and brut is actually drier than extra dry.
Extra dry, yeah, it's a little weird how that
Okay, so let's talk about some of these. How do you actually say this one? Because I say Perrier Jouet, but I don't.
That's exactly how you say it?
Yeah, so Perrier Jouet, and that is what kind?
That right there is a rosé.
A rosé. Okay, and what do we got here?
That's the demi-sec. That's
demi-sec. So that's going to be sweeter than the rosé?
That's going to be sweeter than the rosé.
Okay, so demi-sec's the sweet ones, and then what's this one?
That's going to be
that's what we just had?
That's going to be a brut. No, that's the brut, the bourgeois brut.
So brut is the driest, and the extra dries are not as...
Now there's an extra brut. There's an extra brut, because there are more than 6 styles, but the majority with the extra brut is going to be the driest. It's bone dry.
Okay, so there you go. I didn't know that. So the brut is actually drier than the extra dry. There you go, people. That is how you pick out the perfect bottle of champagne, or you can just go to Apex Social Club at the Palms and have some of the experts do it for you. Cheers. Ooh, we need a strawberry, because that's just sexy right there. All right. Yeah.